Welcome to Peacemaker Entertainment Selective Talk Show with Igwe Edwin Udoka. This morning we are having a very important guest all the way from Sierra Leone in our talk show this morning, and he's by the name Mr. Chris, and he's a very interesting person. You will love to hear him tell you some things that are very important about Nigerians, the way Sierra Leoneans have seen Nigerians, and how much they have valued us. Thank you so much, Mr. Chris, for coming.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's
a pleasure. Nigeria is a very great country.
Yes.
And Sierra Leone happens to be one of the last places that I've been to. I've been to 9 African countries.
9 African countries.
And then 4 Western countries. France, the UK, Spain, Middle East, in Dubai. And what I observe actually is that all these places that I've been to, I noticed that we usually export our culture.
Nigerians export their culture.
Yes, we export a lot of things about ourselves. Our culture. We export our socio-cultural life.
Interesting.
So many things about us. Like when I went to Sierra Leone, I was on a mission in Sierra Leone for 1 year. I noticed that Sierra Leoneans, they play Nigerian music, they watch Nigerian movies, they sell Nigerian products. It looks like a mini Nigeria.
Mini Nigeria.
Yeah, it looks like a mini Nigeria. And I got to know, of course, you know that Sierra Leone, they fought a war for over 10 years. And then at that time, Abacha was the president of Nigeria. So Abacha sent, military intervention.
Sending help.
Yes, help. And the Nigeria actually helped to quell the war in Sierra Leone. And as we talk now, there is a street that is called Abacha Street.
Abacha Street.
Yeah, it's a popular street in Sierra Leone. So, the downside of what we export to the outside world is the way they view what we export.
The way they see
the way they, like somebody once came to me and said, okay, that he heard that Nigerians are into, a lot of Nigerians are into ritual.
He heard, he has not seen it.
Yeah, he said he sees the movies, and he said Nigerian, it seems we make money through ritual. I said no. I said that is a wrong perception. I said because what you watch in the movies are acted. You understand? It's a script that people are acting out. That doesn't. I said, for example, you have 3 major regions in Nigeria.
Yes.
You have people that are mostly outside, the Igbos, people from the southeast. And I said, the southeasterners, they have a template, a business template. That business template makes them to be rich. For example, it doesn't take someone to be educated to be rich as an Igbo man. That is my observation.
Yes.
That this template, if somebody picks someone from somewhere and then he stays with the person on the platform
as an apprentice.
Yes, as an apprentice. And then at the end of the day, the person stays maybe 3 years, 5 years, and then is settled. Sometimes the person is not settled, but he has acquired the knowledge
and the wisdom of the
wisdom. You understand the intricacies of doing business. And then the next thing, he gets himself a shop. Even if he doesn't have a shop, he stays somewhere and he's hanging around. He sells for somebody. He gathers money. Before you know it, he gives money to someone to buy stuff for him from China or thereabout, or Turkey, anywhere in Europe. And then there is a pool of resources. The person comes, it's a trust factor too. The person comes, he buys once, twice, maybe a couple of times, and that person starts traveling. Before you know it, he becomes also, comfortable. He
It
becomes
becomes
rich.
big.
He becomes big.
Now people begin to see it with different eyes that
Yes,
maybe he's into one
yes,
or
you
two things.
understand. I say what you don't know is bigger than you.
Yes.
So when I explained to the guy, he said, "Wow." He said, "You can see, a glimpse of what I'm saying because the Igbos that are there, they come with nothing,
They come with nothing.
and at the end of the day, they become
They become
comfortable, and
comfortable.
the indigenous are there sitting down,
Look, watching them.
watching them, and coming to beg them for money." I
Interesting.
said, not only in Sierra Leone, I've seen it in several places. I I did my tertiary education partly in Gabon.
In Gabon.
Yes, I said I knew some Nigerians that came to Gabon at the time. They will sell lime in a wheelbarrow.
Lime orange.
Lime orange. After 2 years, he goes home, he comes back, and from there he moves to another place. Then he becomes something. He buys a car, he builds a house, he brings his family, and the people start getting envious of him. They don't know, but those that came closer, they start learning. So what makes this guy tick? So some people, it has affected some people positively.
In Sierra Leone. Sierra
Sierra Leone,
Leoneans.
Gabon, in some places that I've been to, even in the Western, West African regions. So we export good things, we export knowledge. At the same time, we also export some things that are not pleasant.
No, but the good aspect of it is that if these people are emulating our characters like this, it means that Nigeria is actually a role model to African countries.
Obviously, Nigeria plays a very big role in Africa in all ramifications. Nigeria plays a very big role. We influence people positively and somewhat negatively too.
I will come to the negative aspect of it.
Yeah.
But you see, these people have come to appreciate our strength.
Yes,
A lot of Nigerians are hustlers.
that's true.
Are hustlers. We travel far and wide. We
That's true.
do a lot of things. But
That's true.
from what I noticed, you speak a lot of languages
I
as well.
speak I speak French. I would say is my first language.
Your first language.
My first language, so to say, after the our dialect. Because my primary school started in a French country. I was born there.
You're born in French country. That is
Yeah,
Sierra Leone in
no, no, no.
particular.
I was born in Cameroon.
Cameroon.
So my parents moved to. My father was transferred to Gabon, so I moved to Gabon before I came back to Nigeria at the time to live with my grandma. So there is a blend. Then somehow in the course of my tertiary
It's the
yeah,
institution.
yeah, I studied a little bit of Spanish.
Spanish.
Yeah, so I can speak French very fluently, and then some Spanish, basic Spanish, and Creole language. That is a Sierra Leonean
Sierra Leone.
language, Creole. Okay, so
That's nice. You see, there is a something. How do you see the youths? How can you compare the youths of those other countries and the youths of Nigerian country?
the youth of
Nigeria.
the youth of Nigerians are ambitious.
Mm.
They are passionate about whatever they do, and to a very reasonable extent, the passion that the youth have, even though they don't have a leverage that is given that some countries give to their citizens.
Yes.
But with the hard environment that they find themselves, you still see them excel. So it's a very positive thing about Nigerian youths. Nigerian youths are like, okay, someone came to me and said that how could he invite some of these Nigerian artists to come and perform in Sierra Leone?
In Sierra Leone.
I said with time.
And he's a Sierra Leonean.
He's a Sierra Leonean. And you recall there is this brother. His name is Nonso. I watched I watched an interview that was conducted on him by BBC. He converted. I mean, he's one of those guys that hard working guys. His name is Nonso. He converted a Venza to a Rolls Royce Phantom.
Yes.
And I was speaking to one Sierra Leonean politician. I said, these are some of the things that we can impact Sierra Leoneans with. We want to see African people rise. You understand? So Nigerian youths are hardworking. They are hardworking. They are ambitious. They want to achieve. They want to live a good life.
There are other opportunities, there are other kind of opportunities that we have here that they don't have.
Okay.
Yes, because according to, I think I learned that the way they do their before you become like you go through apprenticeship work there, you have to do one or two things or three things, then get certificate before you're able to practice.
Okay, that actually happens in the neighboring countries here, like Benin Republic, Togo. I think to some extent Burkina Faso, and all those people. What they do is actually they are thorough in apprenticeship. You have to be certified. So you go through a period of training which doesn't last anything less than 3 years.
3 years.
3 years, whether it's barbing or riding a bike,
Mm.
making hair, African hair or stuff like that. You have to do it. Tiling, bricklayer, all those things. So after 3 years, it's a very thorough, very thorough. There is a lot of discipline. Discipline in form of respect for your boss. You don't mess around. You see them stand, maybe from morning, you go to a hairdressing salon, you see the apprentice standing, watching very closely. Then after that, you go for an exam, which is set by the government.
The government will set the
The
exam,
exam,
not even the
no,
master that
no,
taught the
no, the body that is in charge,
yes.
which is approved by the government, they set
Mm.
the exam. And then after that, your boss
Mm.
will certify you.
Mm.
And then the body will now issue you with a certificate
Mm.
before you go for your what do you call it, approval, like what we have, certificate of
Yes,
incorporation,
yes,
to
yes,
register your company and
yes.
stuff like that.
Now,
Very thorough.
now, one important place that is very important here is if you finish learning these stuff, and who now settles you after learning the work? Who now settles
Oh,
you?
no, they
Is
don't
it
settle you.
they don't
They
settle
don't
you
have that template. What they do to you is for you is
to
to
just grab the
impact the
knowledge
knowledge.
and satisfy you so that people will be able to trust
Yes, yes,
your work?
yes. So
Mm.
then you go and your family may have to raise the
The funds
the
for you
funds, yeah,
to start.
yeah. Or you may start with someone, work, you become a staff,
Mm.
and then from there you can
So it's only Nigerians that have this attitude
settling.
of settling
Yeah,
somebody,
yes,
and it's majorly the Igbo part
yes.
of our of
Basically,
yes, that
yeah.
has this attitude of settling
That
their people. They are learn some work
you're
from them
you're
or
correct.
learn business from them.
You're correct.
It's called boys.
It's
They call it their boys or
yeah,
their girls,
yeah,
whatsoever.
yeah.
So we've come to have a good opportunity,
Mm.
and I think these countries, they have enough of resources. They are supporting their people, unlike our people here who are just putting their heads.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay. If you the first time I went to Dubai in 2009, do you realize in Dubai the government give a sum to their youth? You get married. That is what I heard from a Dubai citizen. You get married, they give you some amount of money, and then
the government just give you
the
some
government
amount of
give you. I
money
think
because you
then,
got married.
yeah, I think then it was about 2,000 dirham,
Mm.
and then when you give birth, I think they give you a three-bedroom bungalow to start your life.
You're
Yeah,
not paying anything.
no, no, no. There is that leverage that they give to you as a citizen,
Mm.
as a citizen. Yeah, to help you get through in your endeavor.
But in our own side, we are not like that. It doesn't
No,
happen.
unfortunately,
Mm.
our setting is quite. It's unfortunate. It's there is even what looks like the something that could help the youth. You see some people hijacking it. They had N power, they had stuff like that. But along the line, it is streamlined. It is derouted sometimes to family members. It is derouted sometimes by people to whom the money get to. People in charge of such resources. It's not properly monitored.
Monitored,
I think
properly
that
monitored.
yeah, I think that is
Even though
the,
it has good intention,
yeah,
intentions.
that is the problem. It's not properly monitored. So that is where we are
and,
getting it
and this is
wrong.
where we are getting it wrong.
Very
But I
wrong.
think Nigerians have to know that actually they are doing good. At least they are very good. That
Yeah.
others are looking up to them.
Yes.
Then we will have to patch up the little where
Oh.
we have
Oh yeah.
some kind of SSS
Oh
so that
yeah.
we will be stronger.
Oh yeah.
This is why they call us giant of Africa.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true.
Uh,
Many countries are actually envious of Nigeria.
Many countries are
Yeah.
envious of Nigeria.
Yeah. They are envious of Nigeria because Nigeria has so much to offer and a lot of expectation. People posit a lot of expectation on Nigerians.
I think in this regard, Nigerians have to know that they have a kind of uh, they need to be encouraged.
Yeah,
Nigerians have to be encouraged. The youth needs to be encouraged.
they need. Yeah,
They
they
need
really need.
encouragement
Yes,
because our youth are intelligent and wise,
they are very
and
intelligent.
they are innovative.
That
Nigerian youths are innovative.
that's correct.
I can testify to that to any length.
That's correct.
We are doing great.
That's correct. Yeah.
So Nigeria government just have to uh, give support to the youth.
Yes, and the Nigerian youth. I don't think they really need much.
Mm.
They don't. They are not very They are not demanding.
They are not
They are
demanding,
not demanding.
but that's the situation they have found
They are not
themselves.
demanding. To some extent, Nigerian youths are very docile.
Mm,
Some of the things that put some countries aflame,
mm.
they've happened here over the years, but the people are docile. You understand? So if there is an enabling environment, people will excel. They are not demanding. I mean, a situation where there is power supply, where there is a good transportation network, where there is when I was a student in Omabongo University, Libreville, Gabon, 40%, as a foreign student, I wasn't even on scholarship, but the government would take up 40% of my transportation if I travel with any of their national vessels. If I travel with their aeroplane, uh, I will only pay 60%. The government pays
Pays 40.
40%. You understand? So we need such encouragement. And then when you go to the cafe, the restaurant, the canteen, then you will buy a ticket. It costs about 10 equivalent of about 10 naira. You just buy that ticket. You go to the restaurant, the canteen. They give you a big meat, an apple.
But that 10 naira is not 10 naira of today. Oh.
No, that was in 2000. 2000,
2000.
yeah.
As of today, how much is that?
Let's say 100 naira.
100 naira today. So
Yeah.
with 100 naira today in Gabon, you will eat big meat.
In fact, with 50 naira, I'm not in touch with some of the people that are there now.
Mm,
You buy that ticket. What you just need is that ticket.
mm.
It is for everybody. You go there, they give you food. You eat food.
And I think places like this are places we need to visit as well too. And me, I'll be glad to visit a place
Oh,
like this.
that would be interesting.
Mm.
It will be a good thing.
We
Take
have
a trip.
some good places in African countries who are like this Oyibo man country too, that most people are feeling that they would like to go and stay.
Oh yeah,
We still have places like this in
there
Nigeria.
are a lot of them.
Yes.
Many of them. Like today in Rwanda, I plan to go to Rwanda sometime. Rwanda is a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place, and the government is committed after their civil war. You understand? They had a time of reconciliation. and then the country came together as one. One thing that I've also observed about Nigeria is the difficulty in getting a homogeneous society. You understand?
Yes.
That is where our struggle lies to me.
Mm.
Because when you don't have a homogeneous society, people find it difficult to be patriotic. It seems people, and more so, that politics is usually a tool that they use to divide Nigerians. You get it? Which makes it that a youth in the north speaks a different language, not in terms of linguistic, factor, but a different language in understanding themselves. If we get to that point where a youth in the north and a youth in the southwest, a youth in the southeast, they have the same mind, they speak the same language, that means they understand themselves, then we must have gotten to that point where
there's no way we can this ethnic group can speak the same language.
oh yeah, well you can
This
achieve.
tribe, I mean tribe.
It's because of the way we've been cultured.
Mm.
We've been our foundation is very faulty.
Our foundation.
Yeah, our educational foundation is faulty.
Mm.
Now, how can we achieve such feat? It has to start with our educational system.
Educational system.
Yes,
So which means if they incorporate all these teachings in the school system,
yes,
it will help those in the houses to learn the Igbos, to learn the Yoruba, and
yes.
the Igbos
You
will be
get
able
the
to learn
point.
the Hausa
You
and the
get the
Yoruba
point.
in their school.
You get the
And
point.
it,
A
be able
typical
to hear
Nigerian,
them.
a typical Nigerian who has finished his secondary school,
Mm.
even primary school,
Mm.
should be able to speak the three major languages.
Mm.
Should be able to speak Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba.
Mm.
That is the first step.
Even if you're not speaking, you should be able to hear it.
To understand, you understand? Because language is an integrating factor.
Mm.
If I speak your language, if I'm a foreigner and I speak your language, you see that fraternity.
Mm.
You get integrated to that person.
Yes.
If you go to a place now and it's not Nigeria, maybe a place where people speak strange language,
Mm.
if you hear someone who speaks your dialect or your
You
language,
become friends,
you become automatically you gel.
and you have opportunities to
Exactly,
leverage on instantly.
exactly. See it today. If an Hausa man speaks Igbo,
Mm.
you see him as your brother.
Exactly.
If you speak Hausa now, if me and you and I, we go somewhere to go and buy them, and you speak Hausa,
Mm.
and I speak Igbo, they will favor you.
Just like the way you speak French.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
you understand?
Mm.
They will favor you.
I would like you to use a little opportunity and tell Sierra Leoneans in their dialect.
Okay, in the Creole language.
Tell them that they should keep emulating Nigerians.
Okay, me fambu them where then are Sierra Leone.
Mm-hmm.
I want greet una. I want say, Papa God, thank you for the opportunity where maybe don't get for Kana Sierra Leone. I love me brothers, me fambu them for Sierra Leone. I miss una beaucoup, and sure say, very soon I will come back. Can see you now.
Do you know that language you just spoke now is just like some of the languages? You know, Nigeria has a lot of language.
Oh yeah.
We have a lot of languages in our country.
Mm.
About is it about 400 and something languages or so?
Okay.
See? So why am I saying that? This is because if you take a look back, you see that this language is similar to some of the languages in Cross River State.
Yeah, even in Delta.
You see that?
I used to work with a Delta
it's like
guy.
They also borrowed this one. They also
Creole language is a mix.
It's a mixed language.
Portuguese, French, Yoruba, different English language. It's a mix.
So which means a Nigerian can easily survive out there if you go.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
There is a mix. Nigerians, there are Nigerians that are There are Sierra Leoneans
And it
there.
means that if we go there, it will not take to adapt the
It
country
doesn't
will
take time.
not
Yeah,
take time.
it doesn't take time.
Mm.
And more so that they love
They
Nigerians.
love
Oh, they
Nigerians.
love
Sierra
Nigerians.
Leoneans love
They
Nigerians.
love Nigerians. They don't discriminate.
They don't discriminate.
They don't.
Wow,
They don't discriminate.
this is good.
They love
So, what
Nigerians.
advice do you have for Nigerians as as a traveler that you've been traveled to several countries and you've domiciled in this particular country and you've had the good information about us and you've been defending Nigerians as well
Yes.
because you've actually defended Nigeria
Yeah.
in a lot of places where they have tried to speak evil of us.
That is true. I once, when I was a student in Gabon, I met an ambassador
Mm,
who gave me an invitation, an audience.
mm,
After which he told me that I could work at the embassy
mm,
as a student.
mm,
I missed that opportunity.
mm.
The man, he told me something. He said, wherever you go, be a good ambassador. He said, while he was in the UK studying, he said, all the foreigners from African, origin, they used to identify with Nigerians. They used to tell the white that they are Nigerians
Yes.
because Nigerians were showing themselves of good behavior. So everywhere we go, we should be good ambassadors. No matter what people say about you, let your behavior, your attitude, your gentility towards them, the good nature that you portray, let it change the psyche,
Narratives.
the narrative.
The narratives.
Yes, the things that, people get to change their mind about people. Okay, I've heard something about you, but you are different.
Mm.
Now, I want to tell you something, sir. I was in Dubai in 2009. I bought, phone accessories from a particular man, and I forgot to pay him. It was about $2,000. He gave me a receipt. He gave me the things I bought, and I got to the hotel, and I saw that I had 2,000 dirham that I needed to pay him in my bag. He didn't have any trace of me. He couldn't trace me. He didn't have my phone number. He didn't know the hotel where I lodged. But I called him. He was shocked. He said, "Where are you?" So that I said, "No, don't bother yourself. I'll be coming." So the second time he said, "No, I want to come." I said, "Don't bother yourself. I'm the one that called you. I'm coming to your shop." When I got to his shop, he took a very, he breathed very, you understand? He said, "Where are you from?" I said, "I'm a Nigerian." He said, "You are a Nigerian?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Where are you coming from?" I said, "I'm coming from Gabon." He said, "Okay, no wonder." I said, "No, I'm a Nigerian and I defend the integrity of
Of
Nigeria."
Nigeria.
Yes. The man
This is
pulled
your
out,
identity.
yes, he pulled out a bunch of his business card. He gave me his phone, top phone in Dubai. I've forgotten the name of the guy. He said, any business I want to do with him, that he's willing. He said, because he has just come to see a rare individual. I said to him, I was raised in a background not to take what doesn't belong to me. I said, because I think too, I am taking a flight going back, and there is a God that is watching me. If I'm in the flight and the flight explodes and I don't get to survive it, what has the money achieved? So it is our thought that makes us who we are.
Yes.
The way you look at life,
Our thought that makes us who we
who
are.
we are,
The way you think is the way you
is
look
the
at
way we
life.
are. You understand? Your thought, you are your thought.
Yes, exactly.
You are your thought.
Mm,
You get it? So you are doing something very noble
mm.
here. Now, with perseverance and patience, it will become a household name. And those that did not know when you started, they will say, "Oh, this guy has made it. I need to make it." But he will not go through your stories.
Yes.
He will not know the nitty gritty
Mm.
of how you have to leave your place to come and conduct an interview in a very far place. So you are one of the examples of
Thank you so much.
Nigerians that we need to export.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome.
So you're highly, I so much appreciate the opportunity you gave us, gave to Peacemaker Entertainment TV
It's
to
my
host
pleasure.
you. And at the same time, I must say thank you so much for everyone who has been fit to watch this clip.
Yeah.
And as well, Mr. Chris has been a wonderful person, and he has a lot to offload to Nigerians. And this will not be his first and last time for this program. We are definitely going to host him again, because in a non-distant time he will be traveling out of the country. Exactly, he's always going out and coming in. So the next time he's around, we are going to host him. Thank you so much for watching Peacemaker Entertainment TV. Yes, thank you.